Good morning. You listen to FloorDaily.net, and I'm Kemp Harr. I'm at Surface's second day of the show, and I'm with Michael Martin, the CEO of the NWFA, the National Wood Flooring Association. Michael, how you doing?
I'm good. Good morning.
So what do you think of the show this year? Does it feel like similar to other years?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I'm coming into the show, I wondered who people were going to be talking about, government shutdowns and that kind of thing, but it really seems to be that people are doing business and people are talking about growing business together. So the show has been particularly upbeat. Our pavilion's traffic has been fantastic. So we couldn't really be happier on day two.
I've been a road warrior, and I've been out talking at other shows. I've been to areas where there are a lot of retailers, and we heard there was some softness in November and going into December, but that January the traffic was back up, so that's good to hear, isn't it?
Yes, and I think particularly on the wood side, we also saw a softening on the lumber side with export business in the fall, which had definitely an impact on pricing here in the U.S. as well.
I wanted to do this interview because we ran your story last week that you're rolling out this Real Wood, Real Life campaign, and I thought our audience might want to hear a little bit more of the details. I know you've been working with your membership for a while now to get this approved, get the details ironed out, and to be able to roll this out. So it's good news to hear it. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yes, well, it kind of feels like it's been a long pregnancy. We really started this process about 2 years ago with a research project to really find out what consumers' perceptions of wood floors are. And what we learned from that is that 2/3 of consumers want wood floors in their house. And that doesn't matter whether they already have wood floors or whether they aspire to wood floors. That's really if they put flooring in their dream home and they picked what they want, they would pick wood. So we thought that was really important. That's really great news, first of all, for wood, is that we still have the consumer preference, no matter how many products are trying to look like wood. And I guess in some ways, emulation and copying is also a form of flattery. So we should be flattered and consider it maybe free advertising to see so many look-alike products try to be in the market.
The big question, I guess, when they were answering that question in the survey is if they wanted the wood look or if they wanted actually real wood on the floor.
No, I think there's actually an emotional attachment to wood as a substance. I mean, it's a natural product. It's something that comes straight out of an environment that's from the forest, from nature. No other flooring attribute other than natural stone can provide that same feel. And I know they have the same issues with products that are mimicking that look, but you can't replace what the real thing is, no matter how good the photography gets.
All right, so one of the first things you have to do, and I know they did a good job of it in Europe, is you have to define what real wood is, and you've done that, right?
We have. That was the second step. We used the research study to really kind of shape what a campaign would look like, and then we realized as we went through that process that if we were going to promote real wood floors, we needed to actually define it, which seems silly. Everybody knows what a wood floor is, but it seemed necessary to be able to do that. And so we have a 3-point definition. Wood floors can be one of 3 types. They can be solid, they can be engineered, which is wood all the way through with adhesives holding layers together, or then we also did a definition for composite engineered wood floors, which we could not ignore the fact that there's flooring out there, no matter what the backing is. If it has a real wood surface on it, we can't ignore that as a product that isn't wood in some way.
Actually, at this show, there's 2 products being rolled out, 2 or 3 products being rolled out that are an MLF, a multi-layered floor, that have polymers in the middle, or even in one instance, a mineral core, but it has real wood on the top. I know American OEM has got Real Tree. Cortec has got a new wood product. There's a couple others. So, and those qualify as long as the top is wood, regardless of the thickness of the top, right?
Yes, we had a lot of debate, actually. These definitions were come up with by the industry, so there were people from all walks of the trade, so from contractors to distributors to manufacturers. We had a really well-rounded group that chose the definition, and really, at the end of the day, if it's got a wood surface, we can't ignore it as wood.
All right, so let's talk more about the campaign. That's really what's interesting. So I guess the first part of this is creating a website, and you've done that. That website is woodfloors.org. And you also have created a toolkit for your members to use so that they can brand these tools of talking to the consumer about the benefits of owning a real wood floor. So that includes a print piece, so you've got web advertising, you've got trade show graphics, and you're actually, I think, going to have a webinar to talk more about this here pretty soon, right?
That's right. On February 1st, we have a webinar that really walks our members through the toolkit and how to use the attributes. The toolkit itself contains creative assets, so we have the logo, we have website ads, we have print ads, we have trade show graphics that are really already designed that people can just pick up, drop their logo in, and there's a print-on-demand function for them to take those into the market. That's the grassroots part of this campaign, is to provide our members with the creative assets to be able to go out into their local marketplace. And then we couple that with local media outreach tools, so they have outreach tip sheets, templates for media, press releases, facility tour invitations, and then op-ed instructions, so how they can do that. And we also did social media tips, both for Twitter and Facebook, that they can use, and they could also obviously use those on Instagram or whatever channel they're on social media. The idea there is for us to be able to, as an industry, have consistent messaging going out from people who can answer real questions, who really want to sell real wood for real life.
All right, and you're rolling this out here at the show. I've been to your space. You've got a big banner talking about it there at the show. You're just now ramping this thing up. And the long-term plan, correct me if I'm wrong, is for the trade association. You know that the consumer in the interest phase of searching for flooring is going to do research on the internet, and you're planning to perhaps even invest in pay-per-click or something down the road where you're getting them to the right location so they can hear the information they need around buying real wood floors.
That's correct, Kemp. The tool that we're going to be utilizing is really search engine optimization to try to get people who are going to Google looking for information on wood floors to find us first. If they can find us first, then we can answer all the questions that they have. They're armed with real information based on real research and real fact. And then we also provide them by a search by zip code so that when a consumer is looking for someone to provide them wood floors, our members are populated into the website and show up. So if you put in your zip code, you could get 3 or 4 different companies that then you could follow up with that are going to provide you real wood.
All right, this is real interesting. So you've gotten this thing rolling out here, and hopefully the members will listen to your webinar and get involved and help push this around, right?
That's right. The timing is really good here. We're launching here in January. Our show is the first week of May in Fort Worth, the NWFA Wood Flooring Expo. And so between now and then, we hope to see some samples that we can showcase for how this is being used locally in the marketplace.
All right, Michael, it's good to talk to you, and congratulations on getting this rolled out. Again, been talking to Michael Martin, CEO of the NWFA, and you've been listening to Kemp Harr and FloorDaily.net.